Hello! So in this video I'm gonna talk about how to use your 7 chakras to manifest anything you desire. We have all of this energy just flowing throughout our bodies, not being used because we have forgotten how to control and use our energy to do something productive, to manifest whatever we desire. Because all our lives we have just been sitting down on a chair in school. Energy flows wherever attention goes. So when we have been programmed into having these certain beliefs, our attention will go towards those beliefs. And because of this, we are like a battery just fueling this belief. And when we have so much energy just stored up, that energy will go into magnifying whatever our attention goes to. So when we have all this anxiety and depression, that anxiety and depression will be fueled by the energy that we are not using. When you are filled with all these negative beliefs about yourselves that you have been programmed to believe, all of these negative emotions that comes with these negative beliefs about yourself, these emotions will be fueled by all this untapped energy. And because of this, people look at their challenges and look at them as something bigger than themselves. But in reality, all challenges come from within yourselves, which means that you are that challenge, which means that you are the strength that you feel as resistance. All power within yourselves that is against you, that feels like is fighting against you, all of that is power that you are in the possession of. Which means that if you can tap into that power and turn it around into something positive, imagine what kind of power that would have. Imagine how something like that could change your life. And that is where the chakra system comes in. I like to divide the chakra system into two, where you have the mind and the body, spirit and soul, light and emotion. And then the fourth chakra, the heart chakra, is love. That's the unity between spirit and soul, mind and body, light and emotion. I like to compare the chakra system to the tree of life. And the reason for this is because the tree of life is a great representation of the journey from impulse to manifestation. At top you have the Keter, the crown. That is the mind of God, that is source, that is infinity, that's where everything exists, that is the Akashic records. Infinite knowledge and wisdom exists there. That is where the impulse comes that gives fruition to great ideas. Next up you have the dot, that is the third eye, that is awareness. Oftentimes when you look at the tree of life, this Sephiroth is not shown, and the reason for this is because this Sephiroth is not considered a Sephiroth in a sense. It's considered awareness. It's the one that's aware of the whole tree of life, the whole being, which acts upon the impulse and brings it into life. We have a lot of impulses throughout the day, but we don't have the time to act upon all of them. But we are aware of them being there. It's just that we don't give it power. The third eye is like the gatekeeper between impulse and power. And this is where we can choose what impulse to give power to. Whatever you focus on grows, which means that the more you focus on impulse, the more you will think about it, emotionalize it, act upon it, and finally manifest itself physically. And this is why it's important to have a strong will, a strong mind, a strong spirit. Because that is what we use to tap into all of the energy we have flowing through us, the chi, the kundalini. And as the energy grows stronger, so does the temptation to release this energy. As your energy levels goes up, so does every other emotion, which is why it's important to always be in control as you move up these levels. This is why it's important to train your mind. As you move up in level, you go out more and more out of your comfort zone so that you can handle these heightened states. At the lowest level, we have the root chakra. This chakra, this energy center, has to do with survival, instinct, fear, anxiety, adrenaline. In today's society, a lot of people live in constant fear, and this is where most of their energy goes. Stress, fear, anxiety, worry. These are energy leakages, energy vampires just draining you of your life force, feeding off negativity. When you're constantly in flight or fight, you are not very sexual. You don't have much energy left for sexual activities. But the less stressed and worried you are, the more energy will go from the root chakra up to the sacral chakra and bring you more sexual energy. And this is where a lot of people get tempted to just release this energy. And this is the next trap where a lot of people get lost, because so long they have been living in fear, and now that they have moved up, they feel all this sexual energy, all this pleasure, and now they're being tempted to just release it because they have lusted so long for this little bit of joy, which makes it so much more harder to resist. But those who are able to resist, they are able to absorb this energy, harvest its power, and let it move up to the solar plexus, which has to do with power. But with power comes the ego. When you're able to take control over your ego and let go of human desire, this is where you're symbolically crucifying your human self and ascending up to the heavens, the spiritual realm. So now, instead of normal talks just being normal talks, you're able to bring so much energy into these talks that they feel more or real than reality itself. And this is where the heaven above will manifest itself below. You are now able to emotionalize your dream so much that it feels as real as physical reality. This is where the heart chakra comes in, because the heart chakra has to do with love. And love is the unity between mind and body, spirit and soul, light and life. This is why it is the fourth chakra in the middle. It is the unity between the duality, yin and yang, the masculine and feminine, black and white, sun and moon. I feel like when it comes to the chakras and the Kabbalah, it shouldn't just be explained as one way, from the crown to the root or the root to the crown. This is why I began explaining the top of Kabbalah first, because this is where you get the impulse, the idea. Then I went on to explain the chakras from the bottom, because this is where this idea draws its power from. When we look at the Kabbalah, we see the path of manifestation. But then if you look at the chakras, you see the same path, almost, but here you have 7, while in the Kabbalah you have 5, or 4 if you don't count the third eye. I like to look at the Kabbalah as the path towards manifestation, where it's a simple guide from impulse, idea, down to the physical manifestation, while the chakras show the flow of energy throughout the body. The chakras show the unity between the mind and body, and the Kabbalah shows the path from the mind to the body. But you could also turn it upside down and see how the body affects the mind as well. We could almost say that powerful minds reprogram the body, while powerful bodies reprogram the mind. But when we speak about the body, we speak about human desire, and human desire is a part of our mind. Therefore, we can divide the mind into 2. The human self, the one that's already set in stones, that has manifested itself into physical reality and therefore is automated. We will always get the impulse from it to do something, and we know, because it's already programmed into our minds, what to do, such as survival instincts. These are the bottom 3 chakras, which has to do with survival. The human self is a part of the subconscious mind. Then we have the top 3 chakras, which is the conscious mind. Then you have the 6th chakra, which is a part of these 3 top chakras. This is the one that is third eye. This is the eye on the top of the pyramid. This is the one that brings light to the darkness of the subconscious mind and brings it into the light, brings awareness to it so that we can understand it and also reprogram. The third eye is awareness of the unseen, the subconscious, but also the unknown. The third eye is the connection to the crown chakra, the God mind, source, the source of light, the source of all wisdom and knowledge. Tapping into light means tapping into everything. All possible combinations of colors is within light, and the light is within our minds. Our minds is the light, which means that we can imagine anything and bring it into our awareness, into the third eye, and then we can bring that thought into action through our throat chakra, the fifth chakra, by speaking it into reality, bringing it into action. And by doing this, we will reprogram the subconscious mind and change the behavior of the human body. The secret to the law of attraction is love. And that is because love is the heart chakra, and the heart chakra is the one in the middle of the three top and the three bottom chakras. It's the fourth chakra. Love means unity. It is the unity between the top and the bottom. Self-love comes when the body and the mind are working together in unity. Love comes when you don't have to force your body into doing something. But also love will come from not having to force your mind into doing something. Oftentimes we do stuff that makes us feel bad because we want to fulfill one of these two opposites, the mind or the body. If your goal is to manifest money and you do something to manifest that money that makes you feel terrible, but you do it anyway because you have a burning desire to have that money. My philosophy is to experience life in all its steps, but it should be like a melody where you experience all these different emotions, but you're always feeling some sort of fulfillment from these experiences. Wouldn't you rather want your life to be like a melody where you are constantly in enjoyment by just being alive, but at the same time having all of your human desires fulfilled by doing what you love? And that is what will happen when you do what you love. The map towards success is within you. You already know what will fulfill you, both spiritually and emotionally. Your intuition will tell you when you're on the right path. You will know by love. You will know because you don't have to force yourself to manifest what you truly desire. Thank you.